right, breaking news we are getting from Anambra State. The war between IPOB and Soludo, it continues. Although Soludo is trying to attack the battle from another angle, marking over 10,000 shops for demolition. Philip, you know, the people in the market, especially Mr. Koye, was asked a question, and he said that the problem is not that they don't even want to come to the market on Mondays, but the issue is that even the banks are not open. There are no transportation. That means of getting to the market is even the problem. Even when they know that the customers are not also there, that the governor should also help in making sure that the banks are open, the transportations are all working, and the customers are available, that they are ready to actually come to market, that they are even tired of staying at home. What else would Soludo do? Even though Soludo is now saying that the market is messed up, and as a result of that, that is even why the marks were on the shops for demolition. What extra duty should Soludo carry out to ensure that the sit at home on Mondays are no longer carried out in the entire Southeast?
I think what the Governor Soludo has done is to make sit at home on Monday unattractive, because what he has shown, whether he gave flimsy excuse or not, it shows that it is like it is saying on the Bible when Joshua was talking to the children of Israel on his departure from earth, close to his departure. He says, choose you this day whom you will follow, either to follow the God that brought you out of Egypt, or the Baals, the gods you met here. It is left for the Onitsha market trader to choose either to obey IPOB, which is not a constitutional authority, or to choose the instruction or the government of Anambra State, which is constituted and recognized under the 1999 Constitution as amended. You know what Soludo has done is easy. You don't need the market. The market is messed up, so we will demolish it. Since you cannot come to market on Monday because you no longer have interest in it, we will have other use for the space. And they are not saying that, oh no, we are not. But who made the transportation not to be available? During the Christmas period, they were coming to market from Monday to Saturday. Where were they getting transport for? Where were they keeping their money? How were they getting to the marketplace? You see, Nigerians are funny people. You know, what Soludo is doing is not for the interest of Soludo and the government of Anambra State alone, but for the interest of the trader. Because when you come to market, you make business, you pay your bill, you make profit. When you sit at home, just because somebody said you should sit at home, we are looking for, how is that the way to go about, secession? There's a better way. So, I want to come in here.
Yeah.
See, primary responsibility of government is for them to provide security and secure lives for people around it. You don't take this fight with IPOB to the marketers. See, remove these threats. Just market, put the schools. Most people want to trade. We're not for Easterners. We're not for trading. But you're not there with the threats. With the threats that's stopping from going to the market. Firstly, when customers come, why will I, as a trader, as a businessman, go to the market when I'm certain that I might not be able to sell? My cost of going to the market, and I'm not be able to at least and at the minimum break even, recover my cost of going. What sense does it make? And also, what some people are trying to do, go to Aba to take trades without all this nonsense that is happening. Look for a peaceful way. Attack the threat, neutralize the threat. People will trade. This marking of 10,000 shops, I don't think it's going to work. Because one, you're going to punish some innocent people. Developers has done doing their business or developing, and these shops have been sold to individuals. And it's not taken couple. A lot of these people bought money to go and buy up these shops. And these developers, they got approval from government. So he don't wake up one day, because you remember that day, he put the threat. He told them that if they don't open up, he will bring a bulldozer and come and level the market. And it's like he want to see the threat.
Okay, let me tell you, they say if you want to kill a dog, you first of all give it a bad name. Okay, Soludo has abandoned issue of not coming to work on Monday as a principal reason for marking those shops. It is about those shops being mess to the entire place. let's look at it. Peter was talking about that some of these traders you are seeing are also victim of this sit-at-home order, that they are not enjoying. Mr. Okoye, a trader who was interviewed at the scene, said so that they are not enjoying, that they are even tired. So they are also victim in some form. So the question I want to put forward to you, if we are to hear that in Lagos, Governor of Lagos marked 10,000 shops owned by Igbos for demolition, whether rightly or wrongly, what will you say?
Yes, that's a very good question. The first thing that will come to mind is that this is oppression and marginalization and hatred for the Igbo by the Yorubas. But that's not the issue here. The issue here is you can't say for certain that Soludo had not made, as a governor, had not made adequate arrangement for security. He did mention of there are no customers. Why is it that there's no customer? Because it has become a notable fact that the Onitsha main market doesn't open on Mondays. So why would customer, Onitsha market it's like international market. Yeah. It cut across the whole south, and south is people come there to shop. But it is clear that people don't come to market on Monday. I agree, you talk about schools and the rest of them. Yes, the main thing that is giving the IPOB upper hand over this fight, it is the market.
Okay, what of the banks? What will Soludo do to the banks and schools?
Okay, you see,
he talked about revoking the license of private schools.
Yes, you see, and that's the way to go. That's why I said they had to choose either to obey a constitutional
but if the schools open, continues to open,
yes,
and let's just hope
let the school open, let the market open, and let there be this attack from the from the IPOB and see government failing. Then you cannot come to because the man has assured that adequate security has been put in place.
So the people should trust the government.
You should trust the
government. Let me come to you.
Until that is
certainly locking the market helps nobody. It doesn't help the trader. It doesn't help the indigenous of all the southeast. It does not help the economy. Nobody. Rather, even the IPOB themselves, I don't know how it helps them. So Soludo coming out in the manner chosen by him to say we should stop this. Shouldn't other stakeholders support Soludo? Both the market women, both the businessmen, both the bankers, schools, and everybody attempt to trust Soludo that he has adequate security in place to protect those going about their normal business every Monday. How could you stop rest? You just finished resting on Sunday. Usually Southeast is more of 99, almost close to 99% Christians or thereabout. You just on Sunday you did nothing, and on Monday you are sitting at home.
First here we should look at the trust between government and the people. Do they trust government enough that he has neutralized threats? Who wants to be the collateral damage? Who wants to be the victim? Who wants to take the risk? I was in Enugu some time ago, just barely less than 2 months ago. I was supposed to travel to Onitsha on Monday. I couldn't get a vehicle. People would discourage me. See, it's systematic. People were afraid, even those that have vehicle, they're afraid to put their vehicle on the road. There are things we should look. See, every trader wants to trade. I'm married from my wife, they found a trade. They want to trade. But nobody wants to take the risk until we begin to trust our government, until we begin to trust what they say. Nobody will move. The banks are talking about, okay, the market was open today. How many of the banks opened? So that's what they're saying. See, we can't jump the ship. See, let's neutralize the problem. What is the problem? IPOB. Let's be sure that government has taken care of us. Because nobody wants to, as a businessman, you want to put your transport on the road, that if you get bonds, who will refund you? Any compensation coming to you? These are just we look at. If people can come out, something goes wrong, government will take responsibility of at least compensating them. People will dare it. But not coming to mark 10,000 shops.
Picking from what Peter said,
yes.
The greatest fears people are going to have is the collateral damage. Nobody wants to trust the government with himself. Nobody wants to trust the government with his car. Nobody wants to trust the government with his child. Okay, Soludo has asked everybody to go to school. We believe Soludo will protect everybody. My children, my only son, I go to school. People are scared.
Yes.
So this lack of trust between government and the people, it didn't start from IPOB. How can we close the gap?
Well, that's the matter for another. The way you talk about the trust between government and the people they govern is a wide area of discussion. But narrowing down to this matter here, today. We're talking about the man, the interview.
How can they trust Soludo?
The man that they interviewed, Mr. Okoye, or whatever he is. Where was he interviewed? In the market today?
No, he said he can come. Everybody.
Yes. So that the thing is that
that's why asking for the person who do not trust that the government has provided the security.
Yes.
What can we do so that people can, say the government has said so. The governor said this.
Yes.
We should believe it.
That's where I'm going. You see, the government had put out this assurance that adequate security has been put in place for people to go about their business peacefully without threat of fear.
So why are banks still not opened?
The one the bank you are talking about, it's not all the banks. I know of a bank that is
not all the banks.
Yes,
so why are some banks not open?
Yes, because why will the bank open when there's no business? Because who are the primary customers of the bank? The traders.
That's what I say.
If they are not in the market, who will bring money, bring business to their shop? So the pari passu. If the trader were bold enough to take the trust of the question you ask is very technical and very damning. I cannot wholeheartedly answer the question how will the people trust the government, because the government of the day had not shown enough commitment. So that's why people cannot trust. But the people need to also at least will be living with the government in good faith.
Just 1 minute. Let me come here. In Anambra, there were places we know as hotbeds of this. I did outreach there about 3 months ago. I won't call the place, wanted to travel. People were apprehensive. So what do? Militarize that place. Let people feel confident that I can travel peacefully to that place. Any of these travelers don't live in Onitsha. Any not come far away outside Onitsha. Is that route to the market safe? Provide military that will get the confidence.
All right. Let's pick it this way. I'm marking 10,000 shop for demolition. It's really going to affect the traders. Some of them are even asking for some time.
You see, the issue of the 10,000 shop, which is the main issue. I think what Soludo has done is this. He do not mean. I don't think he meant to demolish those 10,000 shops, but it's to put fear in the mind. They're already saying that it should give their time that within 2 weeks they will be coming to market and the market will be bubbling. So you see that there's some time. Okay, what is making them to sit at home? The IPOB said they will key. Now they are going to be between the deep sea and the devil. So that if you don't come, you lose your shop and your businesses. So either you trust the government to you lose your shop.
All right. I think Philip said he's not sure Soludo is serious with demolishing 10,000 shops. Maybe it's a means to an end. We'll be right back.